guys, welcome back to my channel. Okay, so I've done a video with some brief opinions on the Zora and the Gorons, and I guess now it's time for the bird people, especially since some artwork came out. Spoiler alert, I guess, if you don't want to know, because what is it? The artwork was released in Japanese, and a few YouTubers have done their own translations for it and have come to the conclusion that these bird people are Rito. And that has, of course, created a stir everywhere because clearly they're Zoras. And everyone's biggest argument is, if they're Zoras, how are there Ritos? Because in Wind Waker, the Ritos evolved from the Zoras. And some of you who are questioning that, let me know if you guys are questioning that. Maybe I can make a video explaining why the Zoras had to evolve when they're water people and the world was flooded. Wouldn't they be able to stay as Zoras? Well, if you're questioning that, I can do another video explaining that. But for this one, another YouTuber, I believe his name is the Gamer Musician, just put out a video, and he was literally saying almost exactly what was on my mind, with a few other things that I thought were pretty interesting that didn't cross my mind. He did some of his own translations, and I guess the word tori in Japanese means bird. And if you just flip a couple letters around, not words around, if you flip a couple letters around, you can write Rito. So that's kind of their play on words for bird. And he pointed out that these can, in a sense, be Rito, but doesn't mean they are Rito in the sense that we are thinking, in the sense of Wind Waker Rito. And he called the Wind Waker Rito Flood Rito, I think. And he called these ones Ruin Rito. And you know, that one thing started crossing my mind, and it's funny because he brought it up later on in the video, was the Zoras. There's the fresh Lake Hylia Zoras, and then there's those green, kind of uglier Zoras. And someone asked me if I think one is evolving into the other, and I said no. What if they're both separate species of Zoras? Is species the right word? They're separate categories of a general Zora. So what if Rito is a general term for bird people, and this is one type of Rito, and then the Wind Waker has another type of Rito? And you know, the gamer musician, I almost called him music proposition, but gamer musician also mentioned some differences in physical appearance between the quote-unquote flood Rito and the quote-unquote ruin Rito. How the flood Rito, they had a mouth separate of their beak. It looked like their nose was a beak, and then they had a mouth underneath. They still had hands and fingers. They still had, you know, feet where you could see them wearing shoes sometimes, whereas these new birds we're seeing don't have hands. I mean, they use their wings. It looked like he was holding the bow with his wings, so the wings are his arms, and they have claws for feet. They don't have you know, feet, humanoid feet with where they can wear shoes and stuff, and they have no mouth aside from their beak, at least what we can see. That parrot one that was playing the accordion or something, when he spoke for a brief moment, you could see his beak moving. So I thought that was an interesting point, a good point. So I guess my opinion is that I kind of agree more with him that these could be a separate form of Rito, that they could still be Rito, just not in the form that everyone's freaking out about. You know, and I know everyone's still trying to figure out the timeline placement because there's Koroks and Rito now, and oh my god. But you know, I do think they could be a separate form of Rito. That's my opinion. But let me know what you guys think. I mean, do you think this is just a different take on the Wind Waker Rito, or that they're just a different form of Rito altogether? Because I'm kind of curious. I mean, some people think they are, you know, the Wind Waker Rito, and it's possible. But what do you guys think of the possibility of them being a separate Rito? Still Rito, but different. If that makes sense. I hope it made sense. I hope my comparison with the two different Zoras made sense, because that's exactly what came to my mind when I was watching this. Excuse me, hiccup, burp, half. When I was watching this guy's videos. So yeah, curious what you guys think, because with this release, it was such a big deal because everyone was so stuck on figuring out who these birds are, especially with Twilight Princess HD that came out, and it showed that stone pavement of a Goron, a Zora, and a bird human thing, and everyone was like, Rito, what? But there's a Zora there with him. How? Hello? Blah blah blah. So it's like, this was like, even though it was kind of small, it was kind of a big deal in my opinion. I know some of you might feel like it's not that big a deal, but in my opinion, the reason I think it's a big deal is because my YouTube and my Twitter and everything have been flooded with the bird people. Everyone is posting and talking about the Rito and their explanations, their theories, their thoughts. So I am really curious to see my viewers' opinions. So let me know what you guys think, alright? Bye.